So, in an attempt to get the focus fire off her, our idiot mayor here that was endorsed by Obama, who was a terrorist in the 70s, who tried to blow up a bank, now fires their gay fire chief that they made such a huge deal about how we have a gay fire chief and all this bullshit. Was she part of the problem? Yeah, but Newsom and this piece of shit are the real problem, not so much that fire chief. The problem with that fire chief is she was basically DEI. That's the best way to put it, because she kept trying to get in there and they wouldn't let her in there, and then she sued California, and then they ended up making her the fire chief in there, and all she did was scream about how gay she is and all this bullshit. Uh, the problem with her was she got screwed was the fire hydrants, and they kept cutting the budget because they didn't think there was going to be fires, the dumbasses. So she's going to try to throw all the blame on her and throw her under the bus, hoping that saves her ass. But the people here in California are just stupid as fuck. This is the problem here. They're going to reelect this idiot by probably 92%, and then Newsom's going to be bailing to go try to run for president. What a joke that's going to be. And Kamala's going to get in there, and we think we got problems here now. Just wait till Kamala gets in there and she this one's a real communist in itself, but Kamala, might as well put the little Che Guevara hat on her, man. Jesus Christ. All right, let's hear her throw her under the bus.
These actions, her removal. While the department is in the experienced and expert hands of Chief Villanueva, my office will lead a national search, and I will speak directly with firefighters and Angelenos about what they want to see in the next fire chief. I will use a similar process as I did in searching for our police chief.
Oh, here's what the people will tell her. First off, they're gonna tell her to go fuck herself. Secondly, they're gonna say, we don't care if she's gay or this bullshit. Knock the DEI shit off. Secondly, you got a 300-pound black trans whatever telling people that if she can't throw a man over her shoulder and take him out of there, then he deserves to die in a fire. That thing needs to go. They're going to do the same thing. They're just going to be like, it'll probably be a black lesbian or some stupid bullshit, or I don't know. They don't hire normal people. That's the problem. So it'll be some weirdo. Most likely is going to be way worse than the last one. These people just do not learn.
The business of the fire department and the city will continue. Our heroic firefighters are on the job in our firehouses, engines,
they didn't have any
trucks,
fucking water.
So they got rid of her.
The recovery of the Palisades is months ahead of expectations. Los Angeles is moving forward on all fronts, and we will keep moving forward together.
City going, idiot?
I'd now like to introduce the chief of the Los Angeles Fire Department.
There's a new one?
Ronnie Villanueva.
All right, who is it? This is the guy?
Well, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Well, I thought they were going to
I am
choose one and
humbled
talk
by
to
your
people.
confidence in me. I've spent 41 years at the Los Angeles City Fire Department,
Well, that was
working
fast.
alongside the finest fire professionals in
Why'd
the
you
world.
get up there and say that they're going to
Leading
choose
them
people?
Okay.
is an honor of a lifetime. I pledge to the mayor, our
so much
firefighters,
for
and the
choice,
people
I
of
guess.
Los Angeles is that the Los Angeles City Fire Department will be prepared. The Los Angeles City Fire Department will respond, and the Los Angeles City
sure
Fire
they will.
Department
That's what we heard last
will
time.
keep you safe.
Thank God I
And
don't
to
live
all
in
our
LA.
firefighters, I want you to know the love that I have for this department is the reason I'm coming back in this capacity.
I'll look at the beginning of it.
I watched last month as you were in the fiercest firefight in Los Angeles history,
Yeah, we didn't have
bravely
any
battling
goddamn
the
water,
fires
you
for
idiot.
days on end.
That's the
I'm
biggest
grateful
fucking
to work
problem,
alongside all of you once again.
This is why it's good
Thank
to
you very
have
much.
your own land and
And
water.
before I
You're not gonna deal with these assholes.
open it up for questions, let me acknowledge the President of the City Council, Marquise Harris Dawson, Councilmember Curran Price.
Why did she sit there and say, "Oh, well, we're gonna talk to the people and do all this," and then be like, "Well, here's our guy that we chose." Well, I mean, so far he doesn't look like a nutso or some weirdo. He's not in a wheelchair or a lesbian or who knows what.
Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, Councilmember Adrien Nazarian. Yes.
Well, I've got a question for you. You said that removing Chief Crowley is in the best interest of Los Angeles public safety. What specifically did she do to endanger public safety?
Ooh, what'd she do wrong?
As I mentioned,
True.
1,000 firefighters who could have been on the job fighting the fires were sent home.
What?
Yeah, because you cut the funding, bitch.
The other thing that I mentioned is that I said after the fires were out, after the rain had stopped, that a full investigation would begin. One step of that investigation was to do an after-action report, of which she refused.
So we knew the 1,000
She didn't even want to.
could have been called in
Bro.
the day after the fire. What changed?
She didn't want people to find out.
What changed?
Well, look, that fire chief. I mean, she's probably going to be talking soon. You're probably going to start seeing her on Hannity and bullshit. That fire chief was saying that they cut the funding. She's not mentioning that they cut the funding. So of course those people were going to be sent home because the stupid bitch cut the funding. God, I hate these motherfuckers, man. This state is so I need to get the fuck out of this goddamn state, man.
Because you said you weren't planning on firing her on January 11th.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
let
because
me,
they.
You know what's nice about down here in San Diego? So there was a fire recently, and it was in Fallbrook, which is like, I'd say 2 or 3 miles away. Okay, and it was the size of like I guess like a small campfire, and they put that thing out literally in 6 minutes. They got over there in 6 minutes, and they're by the airport over here. They had to drive basically pretty much from the beach almost all the way into Fallbrook to get in there. 6 minutes flat. They took that fire out. Imagine if that thing had spread. These motherfuckers, man. It's just
Figured it out.
Let me just be clear.
Fucking
as
duh,
I
you
just said.
retard.
While Los Angeles was on fire, after that we had rains. I was not going to do anything while we were in a state of emergency. Next.
You believe her? Yeah, probably.
No, we are not in a state of emergency right now. Next question? Mm-hmm. Yes.
The chief, I assume you met. I assume this is not a decision you made this morning. When did you meet with Chief Crowley?
Uh huh.
About an hour ago.
Nope.
And how did the meeting go?
It was very brief.
And did she tell you anything about why she did what she did?
It was a very brief meeting, no.
Oh, she realized that this fucker was throwing her under the bus, and she don't talk about that they cut the funds. You will not hear one thing about the funds. Well, not from her anyways. It's probably going to be these people over here saying, well, you cut the funds. Of course those people had to go home.
And the investigation
Yes.
that she didn't participate in,
Yes.
how did she not participate?
How did she not participate?
Well, what I said is that the president of the Fire Commission told her to do a after-action report. She refused to do the report.
Did she give a reason for refusing?
Next.
Yes, thanks about there.
Next.
Oh, yeah, we're going to answer that question, huh?
What plan was in place?
You know, how does this lady is literally a terrorist, okay? She tried to blow up a bank in the 70s. How does somebody that does that get to be in this position? Can you explain this to me? Like, I don't understand this world sometimes, man. I mean, this is like if the head of Hamas legally migrated here and then he got to be the mayor, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Where she in position with firefighters, is that become clear to you?
No, it is not. Next question? Yes.
Is the city required to do an after-action report under Health Code Title 19?
Yes, it is required. I don't know about the title that you just mentioned, but yes,
Required to?
it is.
Do you understand if the LA County Fire Department is doing?
I do not know that.
Uh-oh.
Yes?
You have said that Chief Crowley did not call and inform your office at the time that they had the previous fires. I'm wondering, was the person they called for previous fires who Deputy Mayor of Public Safety Brian Williams who's on leave?
What I can tell you is that what has happened in the 2+ years I've been here, every time there was a weather emergency or even a hint of a weather emergency, the chief has called me directly. She has my cell phone. She knows she can call me 24/7, and she briefed me. And
They're just throwing this bitch under the bus. But the fire chief, you got two problems here. The fire chief was the DEI hire who sued them. They basically put her in there to get her to stop suing. She even said so herself. And then on top of that, all she did was scream about how gay she is and all this horse shit that nobody gave a fuck about but her. And she did say that they cut the funding. So if you're cutting funding, that's what I mean. Like, they didn't even have fucking water, man. I'm just really grateful that I don't live in LA, man. I've told those bitches up there, because I go up there once a week. I tell them, I go, you need to get out of here. This is a shithole. One of them showed me the backyard. You could see the fire where it was inched into their house, man. Almost got up to the fucking property line. These people do not give a fuck about you. That's why Newsom was so giddy about this, because he's like, oh, I'm going to build my 15-minute cities now, even though in over 15 goddamn years, I couldn't even build a fucking train. We still got a train to nowhere, people. Cost us $15 billion, and they want more money for that goddamn train. And I see that when I go up there. I see where the train is. You can see that, I should probably take a picture of that or film that so you can see it, man. It's unreal. Like, you could see the tracks and everything, and it just ends. It's basically, you could just drive a train up to that point because there's no more tracks or nothing. Just complete fucking idiots, man.
then we would talk about what needed to happen next. That did not happen this time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Excuse me. Yes.
When exactly was it that you asked her what she was asked to do the after-action report? What was her justification?
I don't know
hint
her
in a weather emergency?
justification.
Yeah.
She was asked this week. I learned about this yesterday.
Yeah, a weather emergency while you're in fucking Uganda or whatever, fucking off, you piece of shit.
She was asked this week.
Yeah, it was this week. Yes.
Are you saying
Yes.
you hadn't seen any of the forecasts before you went to Ghana?
Yes.
What was the reasoning for not having the 1,000 firefighters?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what the reason was.
shouldn't you shouldn't
Yes.
you know what the reason for that is?
No.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So she doesn't
I
even know?
spoke to her
Yeah, this is your
the
mayor. This is our
evening
mayor
of the
LA.
7th. Yes. Exactly. Which was the morning here. So it was after the
The
fire
reason's
started.
irrelevant?
But let me just
It's really weird how the difference between San Diego and LA. Like, I don't know. I mean, you got liberal idiots here, but it's like I don't know. They're not like these ones in LA, like this crap. Like the ones here in San Diego, like, well, El Cajon, that's the worst one, where they spend all their time trying to pass that bill saying, like, oh, the police can't talk to ICE. The police can't talk to ICE. They keep trying to pass that down there, and it keeps failing and failing and failing, but they keep trying to do it. And then you got that other guy, the Garcia asshole, who keeps trying to tell people that you can't call illegals illegals. They're undocumented or whatever. Like, it's all of this wording police bullshit. You know, nothing to fix the problem. It's like, oh, how dare you call them illegals? They're undocumented. No, they're fucking illegals.
Just
No,
be
it's
clear.
not.
Los Angeles needs to move forward. This is a new day.
Yeah, we're
I am
gonna make our
excited to
15-minute
welcome our
city
chief, who
where
was
you
a
can't have a car.
41-year
You will be riding
veteran of this
bicycles.
fire department. He is well known. He is well liked.
Guys.
He knows most of the members of the city council, except for our 2 members that
Why
were
didn't you hire him
recently
in the first
elected.
place?
And it is our
Oh, that's
plan
right,
to
because you
continue
wanted your
moving forward.
DEI
We want
hired,
to
idiot.
have the full investigation
Guys,
that the governor has ordered and the investigation that we will do locally.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That the governor has ordered. I'm sure that's going to be totally
She's
unbiased.
getting flustered, man.
Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot.
KNX News at 12:47 p.m. local time. You're in West Africa. The chief is here, and you're on KNX News talking about the fire.
Yes.
Disaster, and you're praising Chief Crowley for repositioning units that were necessary in vulnerable places. You're also praising her leadership, and you said something.
Oh, she's getting fucked.
Yeah.
And needless to
Fuck this
say,
bitch.
I did not know all the facts. But
Yeah,
I
and
had
that's why you
spoken to
should
her
not
maybe
be
a couple of
mayor.
hours before
She
that.
didn't know all the facts. That's true.
Yeah, because you were in
Yes.
another country.
It seems that way.
You won't even hear, bitch. Oh, fuck, I can't watch anymore of this. I can't take this fucking bitch. You were not even here. You were in Uganda or wherever the fuck, and you had no idea what was going. Man, all right, I'm gonna just get really angry here. Thanks for watching, man. But fuck these people. Fuck LA, man. Thank God I don't live in LA. These stupid motherfuckers, man. Imagine this is your mayor. Oh, I didn't know what's going on. Gee, well, you're the fucking mayor. Who's supposed to know? God, fuck these people. Thanks for watching. Bye.